see by a raise of hands, how many of you believe that organic food products are worth the extra money? Okay. By raising your hands, you guys are willing to pay up to 3 times as much money for this food label. Now, by the end of the speech, you will think twice about spending your money, your hard-earned money, on this food label. Now, here's the problem. People are willing to pay up to 3 times as much money for this food label, and most people don't actually know what it actually means. And if they do, then they're just falling for the myths set up by these organic food producers. Now, don't you want to know what you're spending your money on? Consumers need to see the facts behind these so-called organic products. Now, for organic food producers to get these food labels, they have to go through the USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture. And what the USDA does is they set standards for these producers to go by. And these standards include not using pesticides, fertilizers, or other products artificially made or grown. Now, the 2 most common reasons consumers purchase organic food products are, number 1 is because they believe that by buying organic food products, they're avoiding pesticides. And number 2 is they believe that organic food products are healthier for them than non-organic food products. Now, to start with, pesticides are a substance that is used to destroy harmful insects and organisms to cultivated plants and animals. And so this is just a picture of them spreading pesticides, and it could be fertilizers too. It doesn't matter, it's the same thing. But 95% of people who said they bought organic food products said that they bought it because they wanted to avoid pesticides. But the thing is that there's over 20 chemicals that organic food producers are able to use, and that isn't actually the shocking fact. The thing is, the government doesn't regulate how much they use, so in turn, studies have shown that in the article, Truth by Organic Farming by Kirsty Wilcox, it states that organic pesticides are used at a rate of 30 times more than synthetic fertilizers. And this is because organic fertilizers aren't as effectful as synthetic ones, so they have to use more of it for it to work. And this is just some of the things that they have to go through. These are bugs on plants that they have to get rid of using these pesticides. So what makes matters even worse for organic farmers is that organic pesticides have been found to be potential and serious health risks. Furthermore, Craig Valley wrote in a study in his article, Choosing Organic Pesticides Over Synthetic Pesticides, shows that in a study done in the 5 largest cities in the United States on organic food products such as tomatoes, peaches, green peppers, and apples, they decided to see what pesticides were used in their production. And they found 300 synthetic pesticides were found. Weird considering that these organic food producers aren't able to use synthetic fertilizers, so how did it end up in the food? Now let's move on to another myth that these organic food producers want you to believe, that non-organic companies are non-organic food products are actually healthier for you than organic ones. However, science simply cannot find any evidence that organic foods are in any way healthier for you than non-organic ones. And scientists have been comparing these two for over 50 years. In the article, American Dietary Association, Keisha Harris states that there is no evidence that organic foods are superior over traditional foods. So in another independent study done in the article, Post-Harvest Evaluation of Nutrients by Manny White, this was done in the UK, and they reviewed over 3,500 comparisons in the content of nutrients in organic and non-organic food products. And they found absolutely no difference in over 15 different nutrients. To add on to the smoke and mirrors the organic companies want you to believe, J.D. Rosen writes about, in his article, a review of nutrition claims by the proportion of organic foods. In a similar study done on livestock products such as meat, dairy, and eggs, they found that, in fact, there were differences between non-organic and organic food products. The organic food products actually had a higher levels of fat in them than the non-organic food products. So if anything, the organic food products were worse for you than the non-organic ones. Fredlin Schneider wrote in his article, Post-Harvest Evaluation of Nutrients, states that this is great news for consumers. It proves that 98% of non-organic food we consume is actually equally as nutritious as to what we refer as the organic food market. With that being said, if people continue to believe these organic food companies, they are willing to pay 3 times as much money just for a simple food label. So take a second and ask yourself why you'd waste all your hard-earned income on a bunch of lies. Now that you have been presented to you these facts, I encourage you to stop buying into the myths of the organic food products and think twice before your next purchase.